head-to-head here now.
PV and Houston.
We had 1,883 titles among the top 24 players, and here are the two of the toughest in the PBA history. Husted with an opening 4-pin, playing a little jam shot on the left-hand lane. It's a reflex of that 2-8-10 he left in his first match against Steve Wilson. And that's the smart move. Jam it, don't give an open frame.
All right. Now we get to see the former sergeant, Army sergeant, that is, and Army bowling champion. There you see how he qualified, his age, his home, years of pro, and the titles. Brian Voss. 67 times he's been on the tube in the 36-year history of the professional bowlers being on TV.
Great player, and Chris, I've seen him for his 15 years he's been on the tour, seen him mature into truly one of the greatest players, but actually has never bowled any better than he has the last 2 days. This is where he's playing a little bit more hooked than these other players. His confidence is sky high, and he's in that zone, just absolutely in dead stroke.
In the 6 years that we've been here prior to now, Brian his highest was 5th. So he's seated 2nd here. What's his reaction? Okay. And Dave Husted comes up with his first strike in the match. He needed that too, because Brian had opened with the double as Parker, on the 3rd, warms up off to the right. He'll be in the championship match. Concentration. That's one thing David's had all these years of bowling. 19 years a member of the PBA.
Oh,
10-pin, painful 10. You just looked at the face of David. David won the U.S. Open 3 times. The only one to do so, and he's the only one to win the U.S. Open back-to-back. Not a 300 perfect game this week. Now Brian, who takes that deep exhale. He is wired for sound, so see if any reaction on this shot on the right lane.
jumped on it.
Well, thank you, Chris. Steve came up the 10th frame. You needed 2 strikes. The first one was light. The second one, you really thought you had it.
The second one, I thought I threw real good. I was real aggressive with it. Probably hit it a little too hard and ended up going a little high. But overall, I bowled a good game. So.
Well, you look better every year, every time I see you, and I'm sure you're going to win some more this year. Good luck.
Thanks a lot, Bo.
Back to you, Chris.
Okay. Brian, 3 in a row, 4th frame.
Oh, maybe we went back.
Brian, through one of 3 300 games here this week. Bob Spaulding and Tim Chris. Watch. That's it. Wear it on your sleeve, baby. Three strikes and a spare as we go to break. Let's take a look at a small section of Wichita's beautiful botanical garden. Always happy and cheerful crowd here in Wichita, Kansas. We run our semifinal game. 19-10 lead by Brian Voss over David Husted, who won the previous game. Over Steve Wilson. by a score of 234 to 214. Then in the showboat, King of the Hill, it was 246, 257. Bo?
Thank you, Chris. Our tournament leader, Parker Bone. We haven't seen you for, what, 4, 5, 6 weeks? Not too good. What's been up?
Well, I was struggling a little bit, and my Brunswick advisor, Ray Edwards, we worked on a little hand position, got the wrist totally broken down, and the ball doesn't read the front 30 feet of the lane, and I'm back.
In other words, you were hooking it too quickly.
It was a little too early. Well, now it's getting down the lane just right.
Well, let's see what he can do in the championship game. Back to you, partner.
Okay.
Oh.
And for David Husted, it's 4-7. You know the song, I See Your Face Before Me? All these weeks telecast, I see these bodies before me. Dave Schroeder, Kirk Von Kruger, Damon Sirocco, Alan Wilhelm, lovely Jody Miller, and Lance Hoare, who's a paddock king. Gotta give them credit because they're an important part of our telecast.
Just exposing the thing.
The Beef, as he's aptly called, using only about 13 feet of the 17 feet of approach here at North Rock Lanes.
We struck for a fifth.
Andrea, love that one. That is Brown's wife. You'll all love this tonight on ABC is an all-new action at 8/7 Central. It's the series finale of Lois and Clark, then the very last stop. The series finale of Leaving L.A. and an all-new spy game. That's tonight, all new on ABC.
Double.
I'll tell you, Bo, that made my shingles hurt more. That crack. Woo.
Well, Voss is an absolutely dead stroke, and don't ever count Husted out. As you said, he's won 3 U.S. Opens and a great stellar player out here for years, but he knows Voss is absolutely perfect right now.
Uh-oh.
And the
That
2-8-10 once more.
For Voss, we see this 2-8-10 quite often. There's a couple of schools of thought. So you can either slide the 2-pin against the sideboard, hopefully it hits the 8 and comes back and hits the 10, or throw a left-handed shot. The pros are allowed to bowl left-handed. Slide it into the 10 and hope the 10 comes back and takes the 8. He's going for the option of the right-handed shot and try to slide it over. Good try, doesn't work.
Bo, have you made quite a few of those over your...
Chris, I don't believe I've ever made the 2-8-10. If you throw the 4-pin in there, you get a little kick off the 4-pin and it becomes a little bit easier. But that one's kind of bouncing it out like a 7-10 split.
Mm-hmm. There's our second tip of the show.
Don't leave it. Should be the first one.
17.
43-pin difference.
Two of the really great family men on the tour right here. And unfortunately looking for Father's Day tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Depicting a proper diet, Wichita's 39-foot food guide pyramid stands as the largest. Hall of Famer Marshall Holman.
Marshall working with ESPN and also Boeing had a pretty good week, finished in the top 15. Now Voss with a commanding 43-pin lead, double working 7th frame semi-final match. Husted is the opponent.
Mm-hmm. 3 in a row there. It's tomorrow at 5 Eastern, 4 Central Pacific. It's the second of 4 International Race of Champion events. 12 drivers, including headliners like Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt, Jimmy Vassar, and Al Unser Jr., compete in identical cars at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And what a track that is. That's tomorrow on ABC Sports.
Voss with his pinky finger wrapped. He has been getting blisters on that pinky finger, and he started wrapping it the last couple of weeks. Feels he gets better control that way. Also,
Up the big 4.
well, a quick darn it and left, and that means he's not happy with the shot, obviously. And you see he doesn't quite get the projection out on the lane. The ball breaks too sharply, cuts right through the middle. Brian will just go for 2 of the pins to maintain his lead.
Okay. So I have a wonderful Ponca Indian friend from Oklahoma City who always comes to see us. And now he's seated next to Marshall Ohm. Can you imagine what a thrill that is for him? Because Andy's a good bowler.
Well, I know he came down and bowled in the Senior Pro-Am, shot 650.
There he is.
Very happy with his bowling, averaged a little better than 214. Right now, here's a man who needs a strike. He can still win this match if he can strike out. Potential 216, 9th frame. Huge shot.
Oh, yes. Little body English.
The determination of a champion. Voss just needs 2 marks to lock up the match.
There's one.
Brian needs a strike or a spare in 6 pins, and it will be Voss against Parker Bone III for the Wichita Open. Where do you go when you need a mark? There is no protection shot. You throw your A ball, try to put it solid in the 1-3 pocket.
Okay.
Oh. That's just about seems to be.
Well, Chris, with your Indian friend sitting in the office, in the audience, I'm sure that he enjoyed this tomahawk of the town.
Yeah, he did.
No way.
He says, I'm not throwing it in the gutter. He's going right down the middle.
So went out. Brian Voss. Such a great image for bowling. There are a lot of great images in bowling.
A little left-handed shot. He practiced this before we went on the air.
Try that one. How about a replay? Here it is. Left-handed.
Yeah, you know, we're replaying that.
It's a Scottie Pippen bank shot.
Quick ruling here in professional bowling. You can bowl with either hand as long as you feel like you can make a good effort or it increases your chances of either striking or sparing. Amateur bowling, you have to declare whether you're going to bowl right-handed or left-handed, and you're not allowed to change. However, I think in amateur bowling at a scratch level, Chris, I think the PBA rules would suffice even for those. I bowl in a scratch league with Steve Gilgim, Pete Weber, and another fellow named Mark Hood in St. Louis, and I'd like to bowl left-hand and right-hand sometimes.
It's 20 inches. That's a match between those two.
29-216
If you
is
like
this
them,
ABC
subscribe.
Sports presentation.